Hello and welcome to the Gotham Sound March 2025 production audio wrap-up. I'm Peter Schneider. I'm here with Nick Huston.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Nick. And TK Edmondson in Atlanta.
Hello, hello. How's everyone doing?
So we saw some comments on our last YouTube video that complained about something, frankly, I had no idea was going on, which was YouTube was overdubbing our videos using AI into foreign languages. So the complaint was that it was extremely inaccurate and the execution definitely lacking. We had nothing to do with it other than we have now opted out of that. We're open to discussions. Let us know if you did find it useful or if there's another better way to do that. But definitely it seemed like a pretty awful translation courtesy of AI.
And to be fair, it could have been me speaking very bad French. Mon français, c'est très mal, but, whatever. All right, so now to the important stuff. NAB coming soon, and our coverage is coming soon. Gotham Sound TV will be live from Las Vegas Sunday, April 6th and Monday, April 7th on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, so you can watch there. And in any of those places, you can ask questions in the chat. We will do our best to get them answered live.
That's our philosophy. I mean, that's why we go live.
That's right.
So you can ask questions and we can answer them in real time. That is really the only reason to go live. And it's something we believe very strongly. We want to bring you to the convention. We want to bring you, the audience, in front of the manufacturers. And we are leveraging all kinds of kooky technology this year, as we have in years past, to do that.
Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting video. And, the other thing that's interesting about getting your comments live is it informs us about what is important to you. And we've said this a few times that, like, a couple of folks sitting around in an office being like, oh, what should the future, what are people interested? It's much better when you tell us what you're interested in and what's important to you, because, we go out, but Peter and I are 110 and not collectively, each.
Each, yes.
And we have old school and our own different ways of doing things. So learning what's out there and what's important to you is important to us. As I tell that to my son, what's important to you is important to me. I'm a big Fortnite guy now. So after NAB, about a month after NAB, we will have the Gotham Expo in New York City, Saturday. May the 3rd be with you. We will have many of the same manufacturers and more that were at NAB there for you to, actually speak to in person, put hands on things, all that stuff. Plus, we are bringing seminars back. More info coming soon. We'll have the Gotham Flea, where, mixers will be able to swap stuff for either other stuff or money or, whatever you guys want to do with your old gear, you can do it. We'll have raffle prizes, free lunch, and more. And more.
I mean, expanded hours, the seminars, the flea market, all of this is customer feedback.
Yep, absolutely.
Did we mention that it's at the IATSE Local 52 Hall, Nick?
No, I don't think we did, but it's a beautiful soundstage. If you haven't been, it's a real gem nestled in the northern part of Astoria, Queens.
And, thanks to Local 52 for opening it up to union members and non-union members alike.
So you can register now at gothamsound.com/expo. All of this is free, by the way. It's not like you buy a ticket. It's more like we just want to know approximately how many people are having so we don't run out of whatever the lunch is.
All right. Up from VDB is the finger controls. And this is now starting to ship. This is a control surface for the Sound Devices 8 series. And the first orders have now finally been approved and are for sale on their way to the US of A. They have new and improved faders from the original announcement, so thank you VDB for that. And these are much awaited, and we just want to also say thank you to all the customers who pre-ordered and have been patiently waiting for this to arrive. So yeah, these are now shipping, so get your orders in if you'd like to get your fingers on this control.
Nice. It's alive! The Wisycom MPR52 ENG lives again. But not really. So technically, this is a long story that for not a lot of payoff, but whatever. I
think it shows the kind of mishugas that sometimes we have to think about.
So, Wisycom has changed their distribution model, right? They had Wisycom USA, then they decided to, hold hands with DPA in the US. And when they were Wisycom USA, they let us know, hey, the MPR52 ENG gone, right? And then they changed over to DPA. And in the middle of that, they were like, oh, it's back. It's the same form factor, but it's got improved true diversity mode range. And basically what that means is that you get even more frequencies. You get 470 to 800, 823 to 832, which not really great for the US, but it's cool that it's there. And you get 920 to 960, all with true diversity. So that's now called Band 12 or B12. And this is where it's your moment to shine, Peter.
Oh, yeah. I can insert a vitamin B12 joke here.
Yes, there it is. That was hilarious. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so those are available now, and they're great. They're great little 2-channel receivers. Camera guys love them because they're small and 2-channel, and they perform really well.
They do perform really well. Mm-hmm. By the way, not everything in rehearsal is good enough for the shoot. But in all seriousness, the MPR52, it has these kind of like tracking filters, so it's very wideband, but you get the internal benefit of filtration.
Yes.
I keep the thing on me, you know what I mean?
Lectro has new battery eliminators, this time with Hiroshi's. They've got different versions. One is for the LT, DBU, and DCH transmitters, as well as the M2RA and DCHR receivers. And then there's a separate model for the LR receivers.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to see the industry going away from the kind of coaxial, center pin connectors to these Hiroshi connectors. It's neat.
I'm not a huge fan of those center pin connectors. Raise your hand if you've had to take the electro screwdriver and splay the spines open a little bit.
I see one. I see 2 hands up, and more that I can't count because I can't see through the screen.
Electro prices are going up because yesterday's price is not today's price. 5% on most of the Lectrosonics products will be initiated on the 15th of April. So please place your orders if you'd like to have any of the current prices honored. And that is all. Lectro going up.
This happens every year. New price lists come out. So if you're looking to buy Electro, it is more reasons not to wait. Boom, boom. Guess what stepped in the room? It's the Indie Boom from K-Tek. These were designed for filmmakers on a budget. They were formerly called the Essential Pole. Basically, the price has been reduced on the KC108 cabled and uncabled version. That's 9 feet extended. And there are now 2 models / sizes, the KC88, which is 7.5 feet roughly, and the KC134, which is 11 feet 2 inches. They're available now. They're made to order out in California. And I think one thing that's fun to know about K-Tek's model numbers is that the numbers are how many inches long it is fully extended.
Cloud mics, we have sold and rented the Cloud Mic Booster, which has been used with ribbon mics to kind of add gain to it. Now they are coming out with a line of microphones with the lifter already built into it. So it adds gain with phantom power into their own brand of ribbon mic available at Gotham Sound now.
Yeah, and this is exciting. We've known about Cloud mics for a while, and we've sold and rented them, but we've never been partners with them. And so it's nice to be able to officially talk to them and provide their products directly to people that need them. And, that's an aesthetically pleasing blue color that they have on their boxes.
All right, we have the Shure MoveMic88 Plus. This is going to be a USB and Bluetooth microphone. It connects to your computers, your smartphones, your tablets. You should definitely use the Motuve app. It is quite excellent in my opinion. You'll have 4 selectable polar patterns with this microphone. It's got about 100 feet, of wireless range and 8 hours battery life. So if you need just a phone to plug into like one of those previously mentioned applications, just a quick iPod thing or something like that, this is going to be a nice use case for that. So the Shure MoveMic88 Plus.
We had some concerns about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not, for people that are trying to get broadcast quality on their iPhone, it's not going to be like you put a 416 or even a, VP88 or whatever the Shure equivalent is on a camera that has a solid XLR on it. It's it's a microphone that is designed for either ambience or to be reasonably close to the subjects. But if you're looking for, professional quality sound across the room, that is not what this is for.
Fair. Although, have you seen NVIDIA's new release of their, I think they call it the broadcast tools?
No.
It is scary. If you have like a high-end NVIDIA card, we'll put a link in the description. It does solve that problem.
Cleans stuff up.
Yeah,
it's the cleaner.
Ridiculous. It makes any mic anywhere in the room sound like it's right here.
Bar to intro,
like
though.
Perfect.
It's the future is strange.
Ear Trumpet Labs has a mic called Wanda. It's a new mic. It's a medium-large diaphragm condenser mic for vocals, horns, strings, drums, whatever you want for live and studio performances. It's special order. Pre-orders start this April on the 7th. And, one of the things that I love about Ear Trumpet is, they sound great, but it's also about the aesthetic. They have this, dawn of sound radio, quality aesthetic to them that make them really beautiful to look at. So we get a lot of musicians that really want something unique to see on stage. Retro futurism.
Steampunk.
Yeah.
Right? These are...
Exactly. And Wanda's a great name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fond of Wanda. You worked with Wanda Sykes, right?
I worked with Wanda Sykes.
That's cool.
Yeah, on Pootie Tang. Yeah, but I had a great time. I learned a valuable lesson because I left Pootie Tang to mix a couple of episodes of Third Watch. The lesson was never leave a comedy.
It's an interesting...
If you can go to work and like laugh and where you're like, I can't wait to shoot this scene, stick with that job.
Well, Sadate.
Yeah, catch you on the runny time. Zoom introduced some new recorders. They have their PodTrack P2. It's interesting because it's got a pair of USB microphone inputs, which could be used for any class-compliant USB audio source, like a phone if you wanted to bring in a guest. It's got noise reduction. I think it could be very interesting for podcasting. They have their H5 Studio Handy recorder with improved microphones on board with their F-Series preamps, 32-bit float recording, interchangeable capsules. Both are expected to be available in May.
Nice.
Yeah.
Zooming right in is the JoeCo Bandmate. This is going to be a multi-channel backing track player, and this will be available in early April in limited quantities. If you're familiar with the iConnect Audio Play Audio 12, this is a backing track, and yeah, if you're in that area of field, you're familiar with these things. So check this out if you need a solution for multi-channel backing tracks.
And we did do a more in-depth video on that at NAB New York last year. So if you need more information, check that out on GothamSound.tv.
PortaBrace announced their PortaBrace Plus kits. They have bundles of gears and accessories that I think we all kind of bought or sold together. For example, they have a boom operator kit, which includes a harness, a headphone pouch, and a boom belt. They have a cable bag kit, which includes the padded transport bag, accessory pouch, cable ties, gaffer's tape, all the stuff that we would normally bundle together. They've taken the time and the convenience and bundled it for us.
Yeah, neat. All right. So in this crazy world these days, there's a lot of things happening in the news, and we're not going to go over that. But you may be wondering how tariffs will impact your purchases, and I think the thing that we are committing to is that, with things changing as fast as they are, we will keep you posted. As we know things, as prices change, we will make them publicly available as quickly as possible. Since tariffs can go on and off like that, they're for items that are being imported, there may be duties that have to be charged after the sale is made.
I've noticed stuff get held up in customs
Mm-hmm.
for no reason. Like typically it would fly through customs,
Yep.
and they're just literally, I think, holding it, double checking that no tariff has come into play.
Right. You know, there have been days where tariffs have been on and they've been off. And so, you know, the shippers are slowing things down a little bit when the tariffs are on, just to make sure they don't go off again. So anyway, the important thing is, we have dealers all over the world. We have customers all over the world. We love and cherish all of you, and we will keep you all informed with things as soon as we know.
I feel a little like a used car salesman, like buy now, but before
Yeah.
prices go up, and this is not about that kind of sales tactic. But the tariffs are looming, and I think prices are going up for a variety of reasons, but that is certainly one of them. So if you are considering a purchase, now would be the time.
Right. And obviously, only you know when the right time is for you. That's not for us to say. And, I think one of the sales philosophies we have at Gotham Sound is we really focus on education. That's why we're here.
Correct.
To help people figure out, what's important to them, not just from a technology standpoint, but also from a price standpoint. And, life is a juggle, right? Like you can't always get the Lamborghini Diablo or whatever the latest version is, because that might also be right for you. Like if I was driving around Brooklyn in a Lamborghini, it would be destroyed immediately. Like there'd be one pothole, just boom.
You know what happened to my Toyota?
Oh, yeah. All right, go ahead and tell the story.
Drunk driver T-boned into it when it was parked.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a job in D.C. At the NATO conference, and my phone goes off and it says your hood is popped open. Speaking of Washington, D.C., the wireless microphone Spectrum Alliance was created by Shure, and it is created especially to amplify the voice of the production audio. Any entity that relies on wireless microphones, wireless comms, wireless IEMs, to have a voice for their spectrum, the use of their spectrum. One can imagine that this prime spectrum real estate is very attractive to those looking to privatize certain national resources, without getting too political. And we need a voice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Sales! The Electro bag frames. This is the NAB sale, still going on till NAB. That's going to be 50% off of the bag frame with the purchase of 2 channels of wireless, and you can get a free bag frame if you buy 4 channels of wireless. So we also have the K-Tek sale. This is going to be for their Stingray backpack, as well as their Junior X waist belt. It's a bundle. This is going to be also while supplies last, and coming in at a price of $249. So if you need a solution for your waist and your bag, check that out. And additionally, we also have $100 off of the Sennheiser wireless. These are going to be the IEM sets, and this will be ending on Monday, March 31st. And additionally, also ending on Monday, March 31st is Hollyland's Lark M2 wireless cell and set. This is going to be a slight discount, but if you need any of these products, make sure you get them in quickly. The sales will be ending soon.
Daytona! It's the new version of the video game that we've been... So Peter and I had a big project. It was really exciting, and we were able to implement this huge RF and comms over fiber install for motocross at the Daytona International Speedway.
The thing that was so challenging was for us on the kind of design side of it. It was simultaneously huge in terms of area and small in terms of number of channels. And so the whole thing, felt like a little, like it could be deceptive. Like, it's complicated, but at the end of the day, it is only, 2 or 3 RF channels. And I think that until we were there on site, it was really hard to wrap our head around. Would you agree?
I would agree. I mean, so the video that's on GothamSound.tv, the title is 3.2 miles of fiber.
If I knew that going into it, because it was only after I asked the Daytona Speedway fiber person. I'm sure he has a more official title than that. Otherwise, it makes him sound like
King of Breakfast.
He's King of Breakfast, yeah. So I said, how many feet of fiber did we end up going through? And he looked at me like, feet? No, it's miles.
Yeah.
If I had known that in the design stage, I think I would have been absolutely panicked.
Yeah, we have a 10-minute video that's really an overview on how we did it. We should at some point do like a watch party, where we can answer live questions, because the system is really like, we talk about what's right for the customer, and there are compromises based on price. Where there are other ways we could have done it, but it would have been thousands more dollars. So we decided to do it the way we decided to do it. I'm talking about the IEM transmission specifically.
So I agree with you. I think that is one of the most fascinating learning experiences for me. Is the kind of transition that goes from here's the problem we need to solve to here's what it cost to here's the compromises that we need to make to bring the cost down,
right?
To being on site, to being like, well, some of those compromises are dumb and we have to like rethink how we're doing it. We don't necessarily have permission to say who the client is, but I do, if they are watching, and even if they're not, I want to give them a shout out for being flexible and understanding the issues that some stuff needed to be solved on site, and some ideas needed to be changed, on the fly.
Yep, for sure. Anyway, it's an interesting video. It was really fun to make. Got to use my film school degree a little bit.
Because we kind of tag teamed, and you came down and rapped and made that video. It was great. It was a great video.
Yeah, it was really fun. And you did setup.
Can I say my joke in bad taste?
Sure, yeah.
In all seriousness, they said it was the best sound they had in 9 seasons. My reply was, yeah, but you guys have been listening to motorcycles for the last 9 years.
Ba-dum-bum. That was not that bad a taste. Yeah.
No, but we're grateful to have great clients like that. And it really was a fantastic experience. And glad that we can share our knowledge. Really, that's what it's about. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Nick and TK. Thanks for watching us. Thanks to the crew. See more videos at gothamsound.tv, including NAB coverage, past and future. And subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on social media, now including Blue Sky. If you have ideas for events or live streams, let us know at info@gothamsound.com. We take those very seriously. Thanks for watching. See you all at NAB.
Thank you.
Peace.
Channeling the rage of 1,000 suns into energy.
Hello and welcome to the Goth.
The relative energy of those two moments.
That was what got me too. It's going to be very strange. I can tell.
Yeah, it will.
There were many things that were voted down. Not everything that comes up to bat takes a swing in my head, just for the record.
What is Blue Sky?
Oh, it's a
Where
whole
am
thing.
I?
Yeah,
Mr. Blue
you're in the future.
What does that mean?
I can't imagine there's anything you want to edit out of that, Jared.